Now, here is something that I think you appreciate. In the previous video, it's in the card up above, but it's also going to be the end card at the end of this video. I think this is something to take a look at. Now, my dream line will be something like this. It's called the Burgundy line, going from Santa Clarita, maybe it connecting with Magic Mountain, but mostly with the Santa Clarita station of Metrolink. A stop here so that a Magic Mountain bus could transport guests, and then to San Fernando to parallel with the East San Fernando Valley line, which will eventually go to Van Nuys, up and down Van Nuys like this. But I think this line can be the Burbank line, and I mentioned yesterday that it will go through Burbank and Glendale, down to LA, down the plan for the Cerritos line, and this is the current plan for the Cerritos line, basically. But then continue it till it connects with the Orange County streetcar and have it either run out La Palma, or I think it would actually do better if it went out Lincoln to the 5 freeway underneath Disneyland Convention Center, the shopping mall that's right there. Forgot what it's called. It's the Garden Walk. Yes, yes, the Garden Walk. And then make its terminus at the Arctic. Now, this line here makes a lot of sense as well, in my opinion. So, if you imagine that we're combining a couple of projects here, 100% light rail with some at grade, below grade, and above grade options. Let me explain the first part. This is what really irks me about what they're trying to do with Sepulveda. With the Sepulveda line, it's supposed to have a monorail. Why are they going to do a monorail? Okay, monorail nonetheless. It's going to ride out the Metrolink down this road or the 405, and it's going to stay in the middle of the 405. Stop at the Getty Center, and then continue south until it reaches the E line, the Gold Line E line, which is what is currently because the regional connector. And then they can get off here. Second alternative, pretty much the same thing, with a little bit of a detour that connects with Westwood. They're also thinking about putting in some type of automated people mover to take UCLA students right to the center of UCLA. Okay, I like the people mover idea. This one is also a monorail. It goes up to 405. It connects with the E line, the purple line. I don't remember the letter destination. Oh, the D line. Yeah, D line. And then goes to the middle of UCLA. Okay. And it's all underground at this point. And then it goes above ground and stops at the Getty Center. The 101. I don't get that part. I think it should stop at Ventura. Then it stops with the orange line, the G line, and then it's all above ground, at this point. Hops on to the Metrolink and connects with the future San Fernando line. Now, this bad boy here is heavy rail. Okay, I'm okay with heavy rail. all underground, and then it's going to be above ground, above Sepulveda to the Metrolink, stopping at the Orange Line, G Line, Ventura, bypassing the Getty Center, but does stop in the middle of UCLA. Okay, all right, cool. Same thing here. In fact, what are the differences between these two? Oh, this is completely underground. Oh, okay. This alternative is completely underground, whereas this one goes above ground, above grade, all the way up and down Sepulveda. Okay, very good. Awesome. Okay. Now, this looks pretty good. If they built this, I would be okay with this. In fact, I sent an email to Metro saying, in my opinion, alternative 6 is the best one. Because, one, it will make an express stop between the Metrolink station and the G line, makes a stop on Ventura Boulevard, which is great, and then zip through the mountains to the middle of UCLA, meet up with the Purple Line, and then Santa Monica. Okay, I like that. And then stops here somewhere. I think this is Bundy at the E line. Okay. Now, here is the East San Fernando extension that they're planning. This is going to be a light rail, all at grade, I think. Yes, I believe it's going to be 100% at grade. Maybe when it's on the right of way, it may go over some streets here. I know when they built the high speed rail, it's going to come out of the mountains and then come down this right of way. And I believe there's going to be a stop somewhere around the Burbank airport. So the high speed rail should actually make a stop somewhere in here. Maybe at Sylmar and San Fernando because of this line. It'll be nice if you catch the high speed rail, you got off here, you get on the San Fernando line, um, Valley line, and you can catch a train down here. And then have another stop at Burbank Airport. I know this is not far enough for high speed rail type stops, but I think the transfer is going to be great. Maybe at some point, the red line can extend north a little bit to connect with the Burbank Airport as well. I think that would be a great thing. I am so frustrated with the fragmentation that they're trying to build here. It is so fragmented, it's unbelievable. So let's take a look at my beautiful Santa Clarita, Van Nuys, Sepulveda again, Green Line, Green Line to Norwalk. I actually forgot the name of that. To Norwalk Station, down the Orange County Metrolink. This time, not stopping anywhere near um, Knott's Berry Farm. No, keep it up here. Keep everything up here. Knott's Berry Farm, I believe, can provide their own transit. Disneyland can provide their own transit. In fact, I would implore Disneyland to build some sort of little, or maybe between the Anaheim Resort and Disneyland Resort, they can build some sort of monorail system. They do own, if you look at this, some Disney does own this little pathway here. No, my apologies. That's not true. They own somewhere up here. I think this is it. um, because they were going to build a parking structure at one time over here. So they bought a little pathway here, and all you had to do, or no, this, no, 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 this is it, this is it, this is the pathway. They're going to probably tear this down, build a humongous parking structure, and build a pathway. I guess it's going to go above the monorail, right into this concourse here, and then this whole entire area will be this is going to be ripped out because this part, this bus loading area for the local city bus and all that is going to be relocated over here, somewhere in this section. So this is going to be a humongous parking lot. Like this parking structure here is going to be taking up all this space, and this is the pathway that's going to carry that's going to allow past guests to walk across, enter into this concourse, which I believe this will be completely reconstructed. I know Disneyland was saying they got a lot of land, which doesn't feel like it, but if they take this pathway above the monorail down, they can keep the pathway parallel with the monorail until it gets here. And then they have a lot of land here, lots of land that could expand this area, and they could add a few more attractions to this area here. Keep in mind, Disneyland has this area to expand, and I know they're working on taking up this spot here too for the California Adventure, and taking up this area here for the Disneyland theme park with a bridge that goes over this area here. So, but we're not talking about Disneyland. The reason why I was talking about that because let's go back to that. They can the Anaheim Resort can build some sort of passenger service that will take people, and I think they should do it from here, from downtown Disney, right about here, and then it will follow this street here, going above the bridge that they're going to build for the uh, future Disneyland or California Adventure, and it can make a right turn, stop somewhere around here in the middle, maybe take it this middle area, and people can get to the convention center, also the local hotels, put another stop here somewhere, not here, here. Reason why, because there could be a little pathway to allow people to get over to this uh, garden walk. You got a pathway to get to all the local hotels here, and a little pathway to get to this section, which is also supposed to be a Disney park or a Disney shopping center, I think. And then the monorail can maybe go underneath or over the freeway and follow this path, and then parallel the Metrolink in my awesome line here and stop at the Arctic. Maybe add an extra line here for the monorail for people to get off at the Anaheim station for any type of events like concerts or any events that are happening here in the parking lot they have year round for the games, stuff like that, or even for the hockey games, you know. So I think that's where the hockey games are at. I'm not 100% sure about that. Or is that here? Oh, the Ducks. Okay. They will have to probably, they could probably take that monorail north a little bit and take it to here. And what is this right here? Well, that's just a business park. Okay, so nothing to do with entertainment like that. So anyway, so this will be a great line because this is where the Orange County um, streetcar is going to go. So in the train here, now Orange County, I said Orange County section will be responsible for this part, but they of course have to follow Metro standards. It will go up this right of way for the Metrolink, stop at the Arctic, and because light rail is supposed to be local, they can have a stop here and maybe even a stop or a station somewhere around here. Oh, actually, they got a Metrolink here. So stop here, maybe a stop at this street here, Main Street. Stop, of course, in the Arctic. A stop on Ball, Lincoln, Ornthorpe. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Fullerton, Metrolink, Euclid, and let's see, Buena Park. Where is that darn Knott's Farm? Um, okay, I lost Knott's Farm. Where is Knott's Farm, people? Beach Boulevard. Here we go. All right. So what is this over here? Is this just a business district? Yeah. You know what? If this line was to be made, I would say yes. Put a stop here too. And I don't see that there's a Metrolink stop or not because this is humongous. What is this area? It's just a bunch of businesses, right? Yeah. So I would say put a stop here because a lot of people can get to work here. Guilford State. And then, of course, this right here for Beach Boulevard. Actually, they may have to put it down here because you got the Buena Park Station. I still say drop a stop right here at Beach Boulevard. And then Knott's Berry Farm down here off of Beach Boulevard. That'll be a nice little track though, wouldn't it be? What is this? It's like, oh, power lines. All right, so that's why it's bare here. It's nothing but power lines. All right, so this is Knott's Berry Farm, and some sort of shuttle bus that can carry people to Beach Boulevard Station, and then, or if they want to, it could turn off somewhere, maybe go up Staten, then Artesia, and then connect here. Because it might be better if Knott's Berry Farm actually had a Metrolink station. That's up to Knott's Berry Farm. But I'm saying Beach Boulevard, Alondra, and I can imagine this would be like a bridge here since it's diagonal. That'd be like a bridge there. Valley View and Norwalk up here. But I would say stop here too because we got another humongous this business district here. And so if they put a stop here, it will really service this area here. Shopping centers. In fact, is this a car dealership? No. Pick up your parts, Santa Fe Springs. It's just a bunch of businesses, yeah. Big factories, I guess. And then stop here. Now, continuation, actually, Norwalk here, is that it will then go at grade through Imperial Highway. Now, this is a highway. I don't know what the rules and regulations are for highways, so this might have to be above grade to keep the highway free because this is, I believe, this is an actual highway that can't be used for this particular thing. But at some point, it has to go below grade because then it's going to go underneath these houses. They'll get over it and stop at the Norwalk station. Now, the green line is already there, so I'm not going to cover the green line. And as you know down here, the green line has a little junction here, and it will continue north. Now, the K line should go down here and go to the left towards Redondo Beach. Okay. The K line or the my line, the the B line, right? C line, C line. Yeah, I think it's a C line. Will go up and stop at the LEX uh, people mover, which is going to be right about here. But continue north some more. Why the hell not? Because it's going to follow the K line and then gear off to La Cienega and then ride on the side of the 405 freeway. And this can all be above grade. And then hops over the freeway and then at some point it goes at grade. It goes at grade using street running. It makes a left turn here. And this is all at grade, right? Making several stops along the way. And then at some point, it has to go below grade. So maybe about, it will stop above grade or at grade. It will literally go underneath the expo line, I guess. So that will have to be figured out, some way of figuring that out. But if it's going to go above grade, it will have to climb up. But I think people's houses, they won't like that because they don't have any, privacy. When the train is up high, they can see right into people's living rooms. But again, they'll get over it. Sepulveda, let's follow Sepulveda. So the whole idea is that Sepulveda will be aerial. So this is going to be aerial anyway, right? So it'll climb up, I guess somehow go above. That's going to be really high. There's going to be a really tall bridge there. And then cross over here. And I guess this would be all area, right? Santa Monica. Okay, sorry, someone called me on the phone, so I answered it, and now I'm recording again. So at some point, it will have to go below grade and hop under this street and stop somewhere in this area here. I think this will be a great stop here, only because we got a lot of homes and things that people may need to get to. Plus, it could be a great stepping, a good walk over to the Veterans Affairs. Because what I do know is that the red line is going to, or the purple line is going to end up. Sorry about that. It's going to end up somewhere in this section. In fact, I think we could see some of that construction going on. They're probably going to end up right here. This is probably where the purple line is going to end. Now, what's great is that this line will stop somewhere where the purple line meets with Westwood. And then I will recommend a station right here. Only reason why is because this is the middle of Westwood proper, right? And so it would be really nice if there was a station here where people can get off right in the middle of where it happens. So it's very close. We got a station here, and then we got a station either here or I would say here because this is kind of like in the middle. I think that would be ideal. Then continue up through UCLA and stop somewhere in this area. Somewhere, and it's like right smack dab in the middle. Plus, it'll be nearby the football field, two of them. um, I'm sorry, I'm not into college football, so I'm guessing this is probably the football field. And this is, I have no idea what these are. It doesn't make any sense. I guess soccer field, football field for kickball. It's not really football. Um, I mean, it's not really soccer. It's called football in other countries. But yeah, or maybe this is the soccer field. I don't know. This is a gigantic field, nonetheless, huge. It's probably several fields in one. But anyway, so then it continues underneath. These people will get over the fact there's a train under them. They'll get over it. Yeah, I know they're rich, but who cares what they think? And then there's a monorail that takes you to the Getty Center, and this is where it stops right here at the end. So it stops right here. So I can imagine that a station will take up some area, maybe over here or something, or or people park here. They have to cross the street, go underneath the freeway, and then wow, that's kind of a very tricky situation there. Crossing the street part, because cars and pedestrians, and this is the only parking lot. It most likely the train will probably stop in this section, but it would be better if somehow they were able to fit a station somewhere in this section, or maybe even over here, or maybe further up, like here, and then provide some type of. They'll have to do some reconstruction. So I think this is a hill here, so it'll be kind of difficult. There's more space over here to put a station. That's above grade. Let me see, because it'll be at grade or below grade here. Or now, if it's below grade, they can somehow work with the Getty Museum to put the station underneath all this. Okay, so now we're going to use the alternative for this here for this example. Okay, like this here. Okay, so basically the train can go underneath, stop at Getty, but then it's going to take over at this point and then go underneath the mountains. So this is the plan right here. It will go underneath this huge mountain with thousands of pounds of rock underneath you or above you when you're on this tunnel and stay underground all the way up Van Nuys. Comes above ground, and I do believe most of this is at grade. And so it will become at grade at this point. Now, if you want to see the plans for the East San Fernando Valley line, it's this green line here. You can always go to the Metro page. So I'm not going to cover this part because this is already being planned out and discussed. Now, my burgundy line, if you look at my cute little burgundy line, will operate right next on the same tracks as this East San Fernando line. Now, let's say this is what it's built, right? Let's have it geared left, and it will end at Sylmar Station, Metrolink. Now, this is where my dream line begins to Santa Clarita. Just like the Burgundy line, it will just continue north all the way through. It goes underneath at some point to go underneath this Hart Park because there's a lot of mountains here. So there's a small tunnel here. And then right beside Metrolink, and instead of going to Santa Clarita, let's just have it make a left above grade aerial above the freeway, even, and then stop. I don't know because it looked like this is under construction for some type of development, maybe some homes. So this may not be a viable solution, but have the stop somewhere near the X2. Somewhere. You know, um, this is the exit here. Well, they can also redesign their. I'm sure there's a way to redo this so that this can be done because imagine down here. Let's get off subject a little bit. They got a lot of room. And what the hell is this over here? Overflow parking? So what I'm thinking, if Magic Mountain really thought about it, they could extend their park all the way out here, adding five, six, seven more attractions and lands of all different types. And then have these people just drive up on the side here, and then enter into a huge parking structure that can be built here. Now, I don't know how much of this is owned by Magic Mountain. Probably not. It looks like this is under construction for something else. It probably is owned by Magic Mountain for all I know. This is probably Magic Mountain owned, but and who knows if they even own this over here. But if they don't, I would say just have them expand into the parking lot here or move some of these facilities. These are like backstage facilities. Move them over here and extend the park up this way to cover this area here, and then turn this into a humongous parking structure. I think if Six Flags really thought about it, this would be an awesome idea. Either turn this whole thing into a parking structure, or turn this into a park. I'm sorry, turn this into the extension of Magic Mountain and convert this to a parking structure, or extend this part and move the facilities over here. They have more room. Um, it looks like probably places where they fix a lot of the rides. If something breaks, they probably take it over here and repair it because who knows? I mean, they probably fix it in these little shops too. That's next to the ride. Anyway, that's not here or there. I just wanted to go over this because, again, it would be great if Metro combined some of their designs together, or at least future-proof it. Okay, so here's what I mean by future-proof. This is the San Fernando line that's already being planned. This is already built, or not built, but it's already being worked on. Maybe in the next 10, 20 years, this will be complete and running and operating just fine. At some point, they're going to approve this, but they're not going to approve my idea. They're going to approve one of the six. Oops, I closed one of the windows, but either one of the three ideas for monorail or one of the three ideas for heavy rail. I think it should be an extension of this. Just continue the line south, stop at the Getty Center, UCLA, and connect up with both the Purple Line and the Expo Line. Why not? And then continue south even more and connect with the Green Line. And this right here, people, can be the C. I think it's the C line. Can be the C line all the way up. And if Orange County wanted to get in the game, they can continue this line further south and make it run beside the Metrolink lines and stop in Santa Ana to connect with their OC streetcar. Anaheim Resort. I really do believe that the Anaheim Resort should work on something that, like a street, it could be a streetcar. I think it would be awesome if it was simply a streetcar. Because this is where the high speed rail is going to end. This is also the Metrolink. This could be the Orange County section of the C line, right? Hopefully. So now, the streetcar could just, go up here, go in the middle of Catella. It'll be, you know, um, streetcar all the way down, making stops along the way. Stop here, stop here, stop here, and then go up this road and stop somewhere in this area here where people can get to downtown Disney. Or do a monorail. Of course, if they did a monorail, they will have to work around the current monorail that's currently here. Would it be amazing? Oh man, just think about this. Is to turn this into a transportation system. So redesign the monorail altogether. Take away some of this extra slack here. Okay? Still have a stop in Tomorrowland with tickets. So when you get off at Tomorrowland, I know you have to worry about security. Security is a big issue about this one. But imagine that if they did do the monorail, it will go south here. Okay, it'll be like a loop. So coming from the Arctic, it'll go down this way, come up, hop onto this, and go this way. And instead of doing all this blah 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 blah, it could basically go up this way, hop onto this bad boy here. So this will be taken away, but then literally hop on this, stop here, and then go down, go across here, and stop somewhere in this area, somewhere in this section. Okay? And so there'll be an exit for California Adventure and for Tomorrowland. They have to do a lot of reconstruction here, though, because remember, you got the secure section. And so when people exit, you got to pat people down, so they have to put some type of security here and some type of security here. Or why not remove this altogether, but still have the monorail go in a little bit, just as a teaser, have it come in. I don't know. You know what? Leave well enough alone. I'm done. All right. Well, please like, subscribe. This is the line that I'm proposing, and I think this will be a great line. This line would be heavily used. I don't think anybody will write it end to end except for train enthusiasts. But I think along the way, people who work in Santa Clarita can ride and work and get off at the purple line or the red line if the red line is extended somehow. They can actually extend the red line to Bob Hope and then connect with. Now, this is without the burgundy, okay? This is my burgundy line, my dream line. Oh, such a beautiful line. But anyway, this is my second most favorite line that I'm using here. But yeah, they can basically just write in if they work in this area or if they go to UCLA, they can get off here. They can get off here. People that work in San Fernando can get on from the Expo line or the Purple line or from the airport, and then right along the current Green line. And if Orange County gets involved, they'll also have access to several businesses along the way here. And remember, this is not servicing like my Purple line. It literally butts up against Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland. Okay, but this line doesn't. But I'm sure that they can provide shuttles to and from Knott's Berry Farm, which is about here, I believe, and then this to Disneyland from the Arctic, which is right there. And then the Orange County line could be a connection as well. All right, like, subscribe, comment below, and my videos do tend to be long. I do not care. This is my channel. I am not doing this for views. I'm doing this for the love. you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Oh, and by the way, this is going to be my thumbnail. That's right. That is right.